Want to cruise like a VP and get casino perks while you're at it?
I can get you so much more than what you're going to end up getting from MGM's free cruise.
Well, then stick around and meet an independent cruise host who will help you unlock free rooms, upgrades, and exclusive rewards you can get at casinos and cruises worldwide. This could be the ticket you're looking for high roller treatment on your next adventure. Hi, I'm Angela from Grab Your Bags Travel. On this channel, I like to give my personal cruise tips and information based on my experiences cruising over the last 20 years, and as well as being a travel advisor for the last 10. The one area I cannot give you my personal experiences is playing in the casinos on the cruise ships. Now, gambling is a very popular form of entertainment for the cruise ships. I even have clients who refuse to sail on Disney because Disney doesn't have any casinos on any of their ships. Since my only experience of cruise ship casinos are to walk through them so I could get to the other side of the cruise ship, I thought I'd bring a guest for you today. His name is Michael Feldman. He is an independent cruise host with his company Premier Casino Hosting. He's going to tell you what games to play, what kind of rewards you can get, and how he can help you get the most out of those rewards. Okay, so Michael, can you please explain what is a cruise host and what can you do for a cruiser in the casino?
Okay, well, let me start by saying there's two different types of casino hosts. There's an independent casino host and an in-house casino host. An in-house casino host works for just one casino. We'll say Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. An independent casino host operates independently rather than being employed by just one property. So an in-house host can only help you at that particular property that they work for. I can help you at all the properties in which I represent. So Premier Casino Hosting, I represent all Caesars properties nationwide. I represent all of the cruise lines, all of the major cruise lines. I represent all station properties. We're about to take on the Venetian and Palazzo. We're about to take on Boyd properties. So as an independent host, I can represent you. I can help you at all of those properties. So if you call me up and say, I want to go to Vegas, Las Vegas, I can book you at any of those properties in the city. And the other nice part about an independent host is I can use your play at one particular casino to get you comps at another casino. So an in-house host can't do that. The other thing about an in-house host is they work directly for the casino. So they're looking out for the best interest of the casino. They're employed by them. They're a salary-based employee. Mm-hmm. Their job is to protect that particular casino, as where myself, I don't work for the casino. I work for me. I work for you. I work for the guest. So my job is to protect them and their best interests. Some of the things that I'm able to do as an independent host, when you go on a cruise, most of your meals are going to be free on a cruise, but let's say you book an excursion, or let's say you go to the spa and charge that back to your cabin. When you're on a cruise, anything you play on the cruise, you're going to earn points for. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the cruise, what you're going to do is you're going to come to me and we're going to go to the casino host that's on board, and any points you've accumulated, we could use those points to take off anything that you've accumulated on that trip.
So what you're saying, again, for cruise purposes, you're able to take the cruiser onto the cruise with the casino and basically help them get the benefits that they can achieve by being on the cruise and playing at their casino, right? Is
Yes.
that what you're doing? You're helping them take full potential of being in the casino.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the other nice benefits about using an independent host is, let's say you've never been on a Carnival cruise ship, mm-hmm. but you're a Caesars player. I can use your play from Caesars to get you comped on a Carnival cruise or a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Oh, okay. So I do know, I remember reading recently, Celebrity and Royal was doing a partnership. I believe it was with MGM. Was that
Mhm.
wrong? But you're saying even if you're more of a Caesars player, not an MGM casino player, that you could probably still get them benefits from their perks they've already accumulated from their other
Yes.
land-based casinos.
Yep, definitely.
Oh,
But let me tell you something about these relationships that MGM has with the cruise lines and Caesars has with the cruise lines. You get in the mail these coupons or flyers from MGM saying that you've earned a free cruise.
mhm.
And you get all excited that you're going to be able to take this free cruise, and you call up the cruise line and all you get is an interior cabin. And now they want to upgrade you to a ocean view or upgrade you to a balcony, and all of a sudden your free cabin has turned into a $2,000 cruise.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say a gimmick, but at the end of the day, you're going to end up paying a lot of money for these cruises. I can get you so much more than what you're going to end up getting from MGM's free cruise or Royal Caribbean or Caesar's free cruise. So you're better off calling an independent host and let us book these cruises for you, because we could get you more than what you're going to get. I mean, my job is to get you the best incentive that you can get, whether it's on land or at sea.
Now, what other kind of casino perks and rewards are you getting besides potential of getting free comp? What other things are there for you?
Oh, there are so many things. I mean, besides for a free room, there's, free gifts. There's
Yeah, for the casinos as well, or would you say it's more difficult compared to land casinos to achieve certain benefits?
cruises are definitely a little bit tighter on comps than land-based casinos. And the reason why is there's so many more land-based casinos than there are cruises.
Mhm.
But I mean, there are so many other perks that you could get than just a free cabin or a free room. Right? I mean, there's free play that you could get, free slot play or free table play. There's gifts. There's free airfare that you can get airfare reimbursement. One of the biggest things people like are these free tournaments you could get into.
Mhm.
Get into a tournament where first place is $25,000.
Mhm.
I mean, people love stuff like that.
Now, would you say that there are certain games that give you the better rewards or benefits to play? Certain games in the casino on the cruise ships to play that would be more beneficial to get higher in the rewards?
Games that have a higher house edge are going to earn you more comps, okay? Because the casinos are going to be willing to give you more because they're earning more, right? So the higher the house edge, the more the casino is going to make on your dollar spent. So the
Mhm.
more they're going to be willing to give you in comps. And we could talk about high volatility and low volatility slot machines. And the higher the volatility, the more the casino is going to give you, because the more they're earning on it.
Now, are you on the sailings with the cruisers?
Well, sometimes yes, most of the time no. So Premier Casino Hosting does two things. We book clients on an everyday sailing. So somebody calls me up and says, "Hey, Michael, I want to go on Wonder of the Seas, in March."
Mhm.
So I book them on that cruise, and they go on that cruise with their family, and that's the end of it. But the other thing we do is we do these group cruises, and we try to do them, once a month, sometimes more. And we'll give these cabins to certain clients who we know are going to qualify and hit a certain level of play. And we bring them on board, and we have these group parties. We'll have a welcome party, which is a cocktail party where everybody gets to introduce themselves, and it's a nice time. And then we'll have a private slot tournament with just our group. Sometimes we'll do private excursions on the islands, and it's a great time.
Is there a certain level that people need to spend in the casinos that the cruise line's going to say, okay, these people I'm going to reward with
Yes.
various things?
Yes. But let's back up a moment. So if you're going to look to earn comps on a cruise ship or any casino, there are slot machines that you could play that are going to give you a lot of points. And we talked about high volatility versus low volatility. A low volatility slot machine is going to give you frequent paybacks and low chance of hitting a jackpot. So every spin, you're going to get some kind of payback. You put $1 in per spin, you're going to get back 50 cents to 80 cents, maybe sometimes a little bit more, but the chances of hitting that jackpot are very low. A high volatility slot machine, you're not going to get a lot of paybacks. Often you're going to spin and you're going to get zero payback, but the chances of hitting a jackpot are high. The Huff and Puff, the Wheel of Fortunes, these are games that are low, that are high volatility. You're not going to get a lot of small paybacks and like you're going for that big jackpot. Mm-hmm. But the low volatility machines, one of the ones that I like to play is a poker game called Spin Poker. You could put $100 into a 25-cent machine. You could sit there for an hour and play on your $100. You could build up a lot of points, and if you lose the $100, you lose the $100, but you're gonna earn 500 points in an hour, and that's a way to build up your points, to build up your comps.
Right. So what you're saying is that you're losing your money in that hour, but you're also not, because you're gaining it in other ways.
I mean, hopefully you're not losing your money.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't want to lose our money, but if you do, you're gaining it much faster to get money in different ways.
Right. I mean, some of the other machines you're going to want to play is Top Dollar, Pinball. Mm-hmm. These are popular machines that are good to play. As far as earning points, there are different levels of points that you could earn on a cruise that are going to earn you different levels of free cruises. So we'll take Royal Caribbean. So when you hit that first level, it's going to give you an interior cabin for free on a certain list of cruises. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be all cruises. It's not going to be every cruise that they offer. It's going to be a certain list of cruises that they give you.
I mean, like certain sailings or certain ships?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both. They're going to give you a selective group of cruises that you could choose from. Then you go to level 2, and it's going to be an interior cabin plus $50 in free play, and that list of sailings grows a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So you have a little bit better of a choice. And then the next level, they're going to give you an ocean view cabin. Then the next level is an ocean view cabin and $50 in free play with a little bit more sailings to choose from. And it goes up and up and up until you get to a grand suite with basically as many sailings as you want, plus $2,500 in free play. So the more points you earn on a cruise, the higher the level you get to, the better the options you get for free cruises.
First of all, to tell cruisers, if you intend on playing in the casino, open up a certain type of rewards, what would they have to do first?
Well, so anybody who boards a cruise ship automatically has a rewards card, because your key card to your room is your rewards card. Okay. It's the same thing hand in hand. So your key card is what you're going to use to put into a slot machine and earn points, or you hand it to the pit boss at the tables and they're going to rate you on your game. So anybody has a rewards card. And that's what earns you your points.
Okay.
At any time, you could check what point level you're at, because you could swipe it at a slot machine and it's going to come up on the screen and tell you how many points you've accumulated so far in the trip. And then at the casino host station, they're going to have that list of how many points you need to earn to get to each level. And they're going to have a QR code. And you could scan that QR code and bring up the list on your phone of which cruises are available for each level. So I was talking about which cruises you can take with each level you get to. So you can kind of follow along throughout the cruise, which level you've reached and what's available. So you could almost have like a goal in mind to where you want to get to throughout the cruise.
Can you also pass it on to a future cruise? Can you hold on your rewards for a future cruise, or is it really just?
Absolutely.
So I don't have to use it and spend it right away. I can say, okay, well, I want to save my rewards for that higher tier for my next cruise I'll be on in a few months. Or
absolutely. So what Royal Caribbean, what they do is you have to book it within 30 days, but then you could use the cruise within a year. Let's say you have a cruise in 2 months, and on that cruise you have an interior cabin. And on this cruise, you've accumulated enough points for a balcony. You can use the points that you've accumulated on this cruise to upgrade your next cruise to a balcony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you've paid for, let's say you paid $1,000 for that interior cabin, and now you just accumulated enough points for a free balcony, you could upgrade that interior to a balcony for free, and they'll refund you what you paid for the interior cabin.
Now we talked a lot about Royal Caribbean already. Would you find one cruise line being more beneficial for cruisers who like the casino over others? Except for Disney, I can't think of a cruise line that really doesn't have a casino in it. But I'm sorry?
Most of them do.
Most of them do, right? But would you say there's a cruise line that really has like a great program for casino lovers?
I find most of them are pretty good. Most of the big ones are pretty good. Carnival, Norwegian, Princess, Royal Caribbean, MSC. They all have pretty decent reward programs. Yeah, I think they're all pretty good. I think, again, anyone who's going to use an independent host, whether it's me or any other independent casino host, it's advantageous to use that host for all of your bookings, not just to book a cruise or not just to book Caesar's Palace. It's advantageous to use the independent host for everything, because again, if let's say you use me for booking Royal Caribbean cruises, and then in 6 months from now you want to try Princess, I could use your ratings from Royal Caribbean to book you on a Princess cruise. Or if you want to go to Las Vegas for the weekend and you've never stayed at Caesar's, I could use your ratings from Royal Caribbean to book you at Caesar's. So it's beneficial for you to use an independent host for all of your casino needs. That's the advantage of a casino host, an independent casino host.
So what did you think of the information Michael shared? Please let me know in the comments something new that you learned today, or any topics you would like to learn more about. I'm also going to post Michael's information in the description so that you can reach out to him directly. Just please let him know that you learned about him in this channel. And always, if you like this information, if it was helpful to you, please like and subscribe so that I can bring you more cruise tips and information and people like Michael. Thank you so much for watching. Happy cruising!